Good evening.
Hi.
Hi, Alex. This
Hi.
is the series about digital communication in healthcare. We had a conversation about Dr. Google, the information pill, which is a distance between the patient and the physician. And we would like to continue in short series about in-depth knowledge about behavior in search from the human standpoint, both of the patient and the physician. You were talking about the black box, which I haven't heard ever in
Yeah.
relation to behavior on search.
Well, the black box is a kind of a catch-all phrase, which means technology which you know exists but don't need to know how it works. So the inputs to the black box and the outcome of the black box are visible, but what happens inside the black box is unknown. It's much like a TV. You don't know the signal that goes into it, but you know that if you click on it, it will pop up with a picture and you can watch your favorite channels. Similar to that, search and the internet for many users is a black box. They don't know why it happens. They don't know how it happens, but they know how to search within the functionality. Um, Interestingly, about 90%, 95% of people can manage perfectly without knowing the details. But people who know the details and how to interact with the search engines better, of course, achieve better results and can get a much more detailed answer to their query. So people are to manage their healthcare better. They need to understand how to search on Google. As we near semantic search and natural language search, it's actually called natural language search, people will be able to talk to Google and Google will be bringing up results as they speak. But until we achieve that, we still have to know how to narrow our results, how to get the results we don't want out of our search. And that requires a bit of learning.
Yeah, I see that learning is all over the industries. I mean, all of the experts are in lack of understanding, and they cannot um, have that mindset. What's happening?
Yeah.
And recently, Google released an app last week. It's called Google Primer, and you have all that. Basic knowledge on your smartphone, like a short moment of learning. What if you don't go on search like you would expect, you can check and have short um, learning, like education,
Yeah.
self-education, talk to Google. So I guess this process already started.
Absolutely.
um,
The difference is that people who use Google for business, they can use it or not use it depending on how they feel about it, and um, the more experienced they become, the better their business results. But with digital health and with healthcare in general, people go and search results because they or one of their relatives or close friends has a medical issue. And
yeah.
the accuracy of the search result has a direct influence and a direct impact on how these people will later interact with the healthcare system. So a lot of
Yeah.
these people have never searched on medical topics before, so it would be a good idea to actually when we start thinking about natural language search, to start with the healthcare topics, because that's where the need is greatest, and that's where the harm could be greatest if people do not search appropriately. They would get results which would not only be irrelevant, some of them may lead to negative healthcare outcomes.
Yeah. Yeah, we've talked also with the group I'm related on local search about the idea of having like um, Google practitioners who can help on that issue when when the search result is not relevant, to give signals, check, and that's all the support groups. Of course, it doesn't happen in real time immediately.
Yeah.
But actually, with in every industry, there could be such consultants who can help with these relevant results.
Or it could be an algorithm which narrows search in a specific way and kind of like a funnel leads you to the right answers or the answers you are looking for. I found recently one interesting app which basically interacts with Wikipedia, and the way it does that, it makes a mind map of Wikipedia, and as you are searching something, it gives you the possibilities to narrow your search even further. And I think it's a good starting point, especially for healthcare search. I would really enjoy having a wider discussion with people from Google or people from healthcare on what we need to achieve to improve healthcare search specifically, because much like medicines, information is an important tool to improve or worsen healthcare. Depending on how we use the information available on the net, we can either improve or worsen our healthcare. That's why the responsibility of working with information on the net is so big.
Yeah, it's a huge issue actually. As I told you earlier, in the green room, my friend has some health issues. She's been reading on the net for years already, and half of her issues, I'm absolutely sure, are because of this misinformation, because it's just not possible for a person to know all the diagnoses, and it has a very bad impact, and the condition, the health situation gets worse.
There is a disease which is already coined as a term. It's called cyberchondria. It's like hypochondria, only it is cyber-induced, so virtual reality-induced or internet-induced. So cyberchondria, you can Google it and see how much people are actually thinking about that, the health consequences of inappropriate use of the informational resource on the internet.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we'll talk more next time. I hope on a larger scale. I will share all our talks on my profiles and ask for more experts to join, and it will be a much more interesting viewpoint and how to overcome these issues. Thank you very much, and see you next Sunday. Bye.